What is going on, my fellow joggers? Today on the block, we've got the New Balance Rebel V4. We're gonna go out, we're gonna do a run, we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna talk about it. It is heavy runner approved. And yeah, we'll do the breakdown. And let's get outside and get some miles going and let's talk about it. We'll see you out there. See ya, let's go. All right, let's do a little foot check before we get out there. Dude, I love this color. I've definitely been digging the white shoes lately. And yeah, these are no exception. So let's get warmed up and get out there. Hold on, boys. Before I get too far into the video, I did just want to say, I did pay for these with my own money. I'm not affiliated with New Balance in any way. My thoughts are my own. If I ever get shoes some way where I didn't pay for them, I will let you know. So just know that all the shoes on this channel, I paid for with my own money. These are my own thoughts, my own review, and take it with a grain of salt. I don't know everything about running. I don't even know everything about shoes. I just know about what it's like for me to run in these shoes, and that's what I want to share with you. So keep that in mind. Enjoy the video. All right, so this run is going to be the utmost relaxed. I've been trying to recover from a head cold and I haven't run in like a week, and just trying to get out there, and then wasn't able to get out of the door this morning when I wanted to. So it's about 75 degrees, which is nice, but I've been used to running in like 40 degrees for the last several weeks. So it's a little bit warmer than I'm used to, but we're just gonna come out here, take it nice and slow, stack some miles, and talk about the Rebel. It'll be interesting. It's been a little while since I've done a review on a dedicated daily trainer. Been doing lots of super trainer videos and race shoe videos, so I'm excited to share my thoughts on this. And it's an interesting shoe. You have to stay tuned because it's going to be kind of difficult to articulate my thoughts on this. They're not quite as straightforward as I'd like. I know you boys like the slappiness test, so here you go. Here's the slappiness. It's pretty good, honestly. It's pretty quiet. Just a little fun metric you only get on the Heavy Runner channel. We're doing well. Shoes feel good. I'm gonna hold off on my thoughts because I want to get past like half hour, 45 minutes in these shoes another time, just before I really start giving my thoughts, because I never truly know until after about 30 to 45 minutes with a shoe. Then I can kind of give my thoughts on it, but I haven't done one of those runs in these shoes in a while, so I gotta remember if there's a reason for that or if I've just been picking other shoes. Anyway, let's crush this hill and turn around. I only have one thing to say to that. Oh, that sucked. But that's behind us. Just about at 30 minutes. So I just want to document for myself that hill is done. I didn't love that. But we're just gonna coast on home, check back in at 30 minutes, talk a little bit more, and then we'll do the wrap up. Let's get it. All right, we're about 30 minutes in or so. I'm gonna talk about this more in the breakdown, but the foam itself, like, it's good. I want to describe it as adequate in terms of like the amount of foam. I'll expound on this when I'm not running, but it's just barely enough. And the reason that this is a nuanced take is that it depends on how heavy you're going to be using these shoes. I'm at 220 pounds, and it just feels like with my midfoot strike, there's just barely enough foam. But there's still a lot of road feel, a lot of ground feel. So if you like that, if that's what you want, you'll find that in this shoe. If it's not, you might find it kind of uncomfortable, but we'll talk about if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Kind of talk about if all shoes need to be max cushion or not. I don't think so, but we'll talk about that. Anyway, I'm about 2 miles from home. Just gonna coast on in, then we'll do the breakdown. All right, that's it. What do we got? Can't see it. 200 feet elevation. Let's go. That's what we like to see. All right, let's take off the shoes. Joanna style, you know what I mean? All right, 4.5 miles or so, 80 degrees. I'm not used to this weather. Had the driest mouth of all time. Not 100% back from my cold. You know, when you still have that like dry throat from a cough and stuff. That was me, bro. That was me out there. Anyways, got it done. Got to get a couple runs in this week because I missed all of the beginning of this week, so probably need to go tomorrow and Saturday too. So anyway, these shoes, dude, so interesting because I think I've heard them described as just, you know, workhorses, and I think I agree with that, just because the shoe itself is not like doing anything special. The foam is like fine. It's not ultra bouncy. It's not like ultra supportive either, especially here in the forefoot where I'm like putting the most of my pressure. Maybe we'll do a heavy runner squish test later on in the breakdown. But I mean, you do have a little bit of a rocker here just from heel to toe. I just don't really get along with rockered shoes because I'm landing like halfway through the rocker anyway. So I don't know. Colorway is awesome. I really enjoy the look of these shoes. I enjoy how they feel, and I enjoy how they fit too. I'm getting too far ahead of myself. I'm doing the breakdown and we're still on the porch. I just wanted to kind of talk about these a little bit, but yeah, we're gonna do a little squish test on this foam right here. Let's do it right now. A little bonus special. Let's do it. Yeah, you're gonna have to tell me if you've ever seen anything like this done, but all right. As we kind of come in here, I'll put more weight on the forefoot here. We'll see if this even gives us any data at all. We'll see. It definitely feels like I'm bottoming out the foam there in the heel as I come down. I don't strike like this, I strike more like this. And there is more there, but as I roll into the forefoot, it feels like it almost disappears. Alrighty, let's talk about the Rebel. We're gonna talk about our heavy runner attributes that we value on the channel. We're talking about comfort, durability, value, and fourth bonus category as of recently, versatility. So let's talk about comfort. This is a comfortable shoe, as in I didn't have any hot spots. This upper is actually pretty nice. Like, it's very thin. You can see like the color of the insole through the outsole, like through the upper. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I was trying to say. You can see it through the mesh. Very breathable, very comfortable. It is more of like a minimalist design. It's not like super cushioned, but I honestly really appreciate that. There's enough in the heel. I didn't get any weird like spots here in the forefoot either, because the shoe is extremely wide. That's one of the things that I actually love most about this shoe, is that it is so stable. Just anywhere that, like, all types of strikes at different types of speeds that I was doing, I never was feeling that like lateral movement in the ankle. I've been feeling that in some other shoes that I've been testing, and you will definitely hear about that as those videos come out. Just like weird ankle pains, I feel it in Adidas, bro. Like, just Adidas shoes are not working for me, but we'll talk about that. This video is not about Adidas, bro. It is about New Balance. This design is awesome. So comfort, I will say that it's an A. very comfortable. Let's talk about durability. This is about 50 miles of wear. I haven't cleaned these shoes at all. They're still dirty. But like the tread itself is fine. You do have some exposed foam back here that is kind of picking up like the little bush thorns, you know what I'm talking about, that like kind of get stuck on here. That's happening, but the wear is pretty minimal. So I'm gonna give durability an A as well. Let's talk about price and value. It's kind of tied to versatility. I think those two categories are a little mixed, so you can't really have one without the other. And so I think that for a daily trainer for $140, it's good. It's a good shoe. I think it's a good pickup. I think that the V5 is coming out later this year as well. So these shoes are only going to get cheaper over time as they get discounted when the new version is out. And if it works for you, it's a great value. But that's when we're going to get to versatility. And I usually talk about this section in terms of like, could you wear this as a casual shoe? Sure, you could. I think it looks great. I'm going to talk about it though today in terms of weight. I am, like I said, when I was out there, I'm 220 pounds. I land right about right here. And this foam is just barely enough. And I tend to enjoy more cushion than less. I like the Max Stack shoes as long as they stay firm. I don't like squishy Max Stack. But what is up, neighbors? How's it going? I like the Asics Nova Blast 4 because it has that thick foam, but it's still sturdy. I like the Super Blast 2 because it's got a ton of foam, but it's still very sturdy. This, it feels robust, it feels sturdy. It's not firm, but there's just not that much foam here. So if you know what you're getting into, you know that this is not going to be your Max Stack, completely numb to the road shoe, then go for it. I've been on the edge, but as I've put more miles in it, my feet are getting more used to it. And I think I'm kind of just developing just a tolerance to feeling the road more. And so I'm actually really liking these shoes. I don't have like knee problems afterwards though. I don't feel like it's causing me any issues that I'm feeling the road more, but it is just way more than I'm used to. So just know if you are a similar build as I am, around 220 pounds, American, I don't know, there's no other pounds, not American. But if you're in 220 pounds or around that weight, just know that you are kind of pushing the limits of this shoe. I feel like a lighter weight runner is going to get a lot more versatility and therefore a lot more value out of this shoe, just because it is going to be a little bit more comfortable. You might get longer runs out of it, and you might not get that fatigue as quickly. But for a heavier runner like myself, and potentially for you, just know that this is a good daily trainer. It does what it's supposed to do as a daily trainer, especially in that range from like 3 to 5 miles. I don't know if you're going to be able to push this kind of shoe into a long run shoe if you're not used to that ground feel. So I haven't tried to push it past, I haven't taken it on any long runs really. I've done like 5 or 6 miles in this and it's fine, it's good. I like it. I'm getting used to the feel of it still. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys know that this is not going to be, like in my opinion, the Asics Nova Blast 5 or something like that. You throw that shoe on, you can run for a long time and it has that cushion, it has that structure. You can run a billion miles in the Super Blast 2 and it's fine. It has that structure. It's gonna support you, especially at this weight. I'm not so sure about this shoe though. So if you know that going into it, then you pick it up and you know that, there's a good chance that you're gonna like it. But if you don't know that and you pick it up, I don't think you're gonna like this. So I just wanna make sure you're informed. Overall, I didn't give the last two a grade. I would say, considering weight, I think that value is an A- and versatility is gonna be a B. Just depends on your style of running, really. But overall, those scores total out to a very good shoe. I very much enjoy running in this shoe. I'm gonna put some more miles onto it and see if we can get a review later on. We'll see, I'm not sure. But I got a lot of shoes to try out and a lot of shoes to test. I'm probably gonna do a little comparison video with some of the shoes we got in the catalog, potentially between this and the Nova Blast 5, as I mentioned before. They're both daily trainers, but they're just constructed differently, so they kind of appeal to different people. But like I said, I still think it's a shoe worth looking into, worth trying on, worth buying and trying it, and if you don't like it, sell it. I think it's worth giving it a try though. I don't think that we can totally write off this shoe. I don't think that we can just say, you know, for the heavy runner, heavy jogger community, it's just out. I don't think so. I think it's still worth a shot. It can work for some people, especially if you're more used to that ground feel. But if your favorite shoe is the Hoka Skyward X and the Glycerin Max, and you don't really run into anything else, I wouldn't pick these up. I don't think you're gonna like them. But if you kind of enjoy more like a Hoka Mach 5 or a Mach 6, and you enjoy, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, just some more like low stack shoes that do have some more ground feel, you're gonna like these. I think you will. If like some of the On shoes as well, if you like that style of, not like the Cloud Monster, but some of the other ones that are like not as high stack. If you like those shoes and you kind of like that feeling, I think you'll do well here as well. But yeah, it looks nice, which is like number one priority. Just kidding, obviously not. But like, I do like it when a shoe looks good. It's constructed well. I just love the base. Like, it just feels so good to run in because I don't have to think about my strike. I don't have to think about my ankles. I just kind of turn my feet over and go, and there's no problems. So, not to mention it's a very lightweight shoe as well. It's a lightweight shoe. If you are a lighter runner, that versatility factor is gonna go up because you're gonna probably be able to push the pace in this a little bit more. I mean, it's not a speed shoe by any means, but like, it is very lightweight, it is breathable, and it is stable. So you could probably push the pace, get up to some faster paces in it. So, I'm gonna go with a heavy runner, cautiously approved. I can't give it a full endorsement for all of us, anyone who is kind of built like us in the heavy runner community, as we could say. Can't give it like a full endorsement for everyone, but I can give it a tentative, it's worth a shot, but I think you'll know pretty much right when you try it on. Even if you just like go to a Dick's Sporting Goods, try them on and run around the store, you'll know pretty fast. You're like, okay, no, I do not like the feeling of that. So, but yeah, those are my thoughts on it. I'm glad I was able to give it a try. Let me know what you guys think. This colorway is cool. I really like the blue one too, like the blue Cyber Jade. That looks so cool. I'm excited for the version 5 of the SC Elite as well as the Rebel. So maybe we'll get those on the channel too later this year when they come out. We'll see. And that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about the Rebel. We've covered our New Balance shoe for today. I hope you're feeling good. I hope that you guys are excited for the warmer weather coming out. Summer is coming back. Depending on where you are, it is back. And out here in Utah, we are finally enjoying some warmer weather, as you can see. So our garage talk is now half in, half outside. But that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've been running in the Rebel and what you think of those shoes. Let me know what you think about New Balance in general. I haven't had a lot of experience. These are my first New Balance shoes that I've owned and ran in. So I'm excited to try some more models. I've heard mixed reviews on the FuelCell foam. So we'll see. We'll see if we can bring more entries in on the Heavy Runner channel. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you have any other shoe recommendations. I take those into consideration. I read all the comments and try to respond to all of them as well. From the comments, I have gotten a recommendation for a couple of these shoes, and so I do listen and I try to get them. So next videos on the horizon. Be looking out for an Adidas Evo SL video, the Nova Blast 5, like I said. What else is coming down the pike? The Saucony Endorphin Pro 4. I got my hands on a pair of those, and those should be coming down as well. And then I'm going to do some comparison videos and whatnot. I'd like to compare the Evo SL to the Zoomfly 6. I'd like to compare Nova Blast 4 and 5, and potentially do a little lineup of the Rebel and the Nova Blast 5. So that's it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We will see you in the next one. See ya.